as a real person says, hey, let's just be real and go right to the live. I don't know what I'm saying. I don't know what I'm doing. Is it even working? Oh, yes, it is. Okay, so I guess I think that I am live on every single whatever it is. All the places that people go live on. Let's not show off that. What am I doing? Let's put my phone down. Okay. I don't know. So basically what is happening today, and I need to make sure that this is all working. Looks good. Oh, no, we need to put the chat over top of that. I think I'm good. All right, sweet. So, game plan for today is a little bit different because I'm still having some trouble with my eye. So, I didn't want to be playing video games on a screen and breaking my eye so that the ocular nerve detaches itself from whatever else there is in there. What? I'm not a scientist. I just drank 2 cups of coffee. Damn girl, are you homework? Because I want to put you on my desk and do you all night. Wow, we're starting off hot right now. I know that people that like books are, I can say whatever I want. Horny? I took way too long of a pause on that. Okay, so what we're doing today is my eyes are on fire and I needed a break from screens. So I said, I'm gonna read books today because that's what I wanted to do once a week on my channels, is go through some good old books, read, have a little book club, have a little vibe time, talk about my book that I'm making, talk about my poetry, maybe write a little bit together, the vibes. That's been my goal here, so that's what I'm doing. Books. My eyes hurt so bad, so we're doing books today. We're gonna do books. Now, I wanted to stick to a theme with what books I'm picking. I have a lot of different books, and today I thought I'll grab some poetry books, and we're gonna read out some stuff. We're gonna just have a fun time. So I grabbed 2 from my bookshelf that I have read all of and once or twice over, and I love them dearly. I got Joy Sullivan, Instructions for Traveling West. Now she's newer, which honestly it's been really hard for me to find new poems. What? New poets. New age poets I find are really hard for me to get a hold of. But this came out last year, I think. Maybe 2023 even. But she's really fantastic and I like her a lot. Didn't want to dress like a librarian. JK. It took a lot for me to put clothes on today. That's the day I'm having. So I have a blazer on and like a skirt and thigh-high socks, but is that really the librarian vibe? No. Nice. Yeah. So we got Joy Sullivan, a newer book, and then I have Charles Bukowski, one of my favorite boys, from, I don't know, what was it, like the 70s or something? I have no clue. He passed away in the 90s, but I think a lot of the poetry that's in this specific one, which is called The People Look Like Flowers at Last, I think that this one was written in his like later years as like a reflective period that he went through. Hold on, let me see. I think that I'm gonna lose my eye. When did this one come out? Okay, well, it was published in 2007, so that's not what I wanted. Yeah, so most of these poems are from the 70s and 80s, so it's like a reflection on his life. Love him. I like a good bad person. I like that he writes and he's like, I know I'm not really a good person. I know this, and I dig that. So, which one should I read first? A man or a woman? This is what I've done to myself. They're very, very different. Although hers are, I think, very digestible for men as well. Like, they're not overly female, which I like. As much as I love the ones that are, like, frilly and very much a female perspective, she definitely goes, I like a good I Spy book. I can't help you there. Actually, I do have some I Spy books, because I have one for every season, you see. I have a Christmas one, I have a Halloween one, I have, I think, something else, maybe like summer. I don't know. Oh my gosh. My eyeballs are gonna fall off. Okay, well, I spy with my little eye something that is... we're gonna start with a woman's perspective today on life. Okay, Instructions for Traveling West by Joy Sullivan. Now, obviously, I can't read all of the book. I don't think. I feel like that's copyright, but I have no idea. So what I'm doing is I'm just going to read some. I probably should have maybe picked out my favorites, but whatever. It's fine. Hi, babe. Hi. How are you? I miss you. Try Mooncalves by Victoria Hetherington. Ooh. Let me say, oops, not bump the mic. Let's not bump the mic. I'm gonna save that. I'm gonna screenshot it and save it. I don't have it. I'm only doing things that I own because it's just easier for me, because then I don't have to look at a screen is kind of the process that I'm thinking right now. Because I can look at the screen to read the chats, but oh man, my eyes. I'm gonna miss you more. How are you? How are you? How am I? Ho, 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 ho. You know what? Book talk is... The thing is, these are not smutty. Actually, Charles Bukowski can get a little bit smutty for sure. I don't think that hers are very introspective on like youth and life. I'm okay though. My eye is just in pain. So I can't play video games today. So I was like, well, you know what? Let's do something that I actually like to do. I'm gonna try and find some of my favorites that she wrote. It kind of goes through her childhood and how she sees things, and this one is funny because I'm allergic to mangoes. There's some that are really good, and I wanted to read some of my favorites. Woo! This is fun for everybody. Just finished Playground by Richard Powers. Now started Martyr. Ooh. Martyr's been on my list for a while. I don't know what Playground is, though. My favorite Bukowski is Ham on Rye. Yes, that's good. Or Factotum? I don't know if I know that one, to be honest. I will read. I'm gonna go back and forth because I have attention deficit. Okay. Why is there a motorcycle? Okay. It's supposed to be quiet. We're in the library right now. Be quiet. Don't ride your motorcycle through my library. Okay. I'm not... It goes through so many different things in this book, and I really... Okay, I'm just gonna read this one because I feel like this one was... They're all really good. I want to read some good ones. This one's called Mangoes. I need to take this off, though. As cool as they look. Mangoes. My mother was allergic to mangoes. Even peeling them made her throat thick and her hands swell. I never understood why she let me pull them from the tree and carry them into the house, the fruit sweating like lungs in my palm. My God, she let me slice them in the kitchen, the air sticky with scent, a form of love. I think how she'd stand in the doorway and watch me eat. Juice on my chin, finding the fleshy heart, sucking the pit. Oh, I feel like there was more to that. Maybe there's a part 2. She does that a lot in this book, where she will be like look, this one's called Luck Part 1, and she'll like add to it later on in the book, which I think is very fun. Let's find some other ones. Oh, I know of some that I really, really liked, and I know what the titles are, I think, if I can find them. Where are you? Okay, I know it takes off a little bit longer. Out into here, let me find the one that I wanted to read. Wow, that's kind of erotica. This? No, I don't think so. Is something wrong with me? Because I don't find that to be erotic. She's like, she was a kid in that part. Okay, let me see. She really delves into like the feeling of things, and I really do like that. Maybe this one. Read a little bit of this. State of emergency. We never guessed how much we'd miss the hot, sticky hugs and standing close enough to whisper. Glory of reach and grasp, nudge, nuzzle, spoon, and squeeze. I've heard the phenomenon is called skin starvation, and it's the reason infants are laid naked on their mother's breasts the moment after birth, because touch is how we greet one another in almost every language and say, "You are here, and I am with you, and we are not alone." I confess I have not yet learned how to translate the gorgeous shock of seeing you. Even from 6 feet, I wonder if you can feel the electricity of my skin, pining in its sweet song, so helpless and hungry. Hello, hello, hello. I really like how she writes. It's interesting to me. Oh, I had no idea she was a child. Just arrived here, sorry. No, you're good. The one about the mangoes is when she was a kid. She jumps back and forth, but that one was very much when she was growing up. Yeah, it's interesting how that works. I think it's funny because when you look back at things from your childhood, you can definitely put like that kind of energy into it, because obviously you're no longer a child, so it can come across that way. This one's called Tiger Farm. Wait, is this the one? No, that's not the one I wanted. Never mind. She grew up in, I think, somewhere in Africa, and I think it was Africa. And she, it's very interesting, her life. Like she grew up, I think it was Africa, and then she moved to like Ohio and, you know, jumped around and stuff, and it was, so she has a very different perspective through her life on like different lifestyles, which I think is interesting as well. Let's see, I want to find There's some really, really fun ones that I like a lot. Let me find them. Do 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 do. I probably should have like checked and found the ones that I wanted to read you first before I got on here, but everybody can talk in the chat and I'll talk to you guys. I just kind of wanted to come on here for conversation and to obviously, I don't know, talk. I just wanted to talk, and I can't play video games right now because of my eyeball. So please chat away. Oh yeah, and then she lived in Oregon for a while as well. I'm just trying to find, where are the ones that I want? Oh, these ones are like, I'm in the religious spots. Probably not going to talk about that. Yeah, I'm not going to get into Adam and Eve here and Eden. No, we're going to just... So sorry. We're just going to skip over that. Okay, want. They say men want freedom and girls want love, but I've seen women leave lovers and countries and kingdoms of comfort just for the chance to sleep unbothered, to bathe unwatched, to waltz around apartments all their own, wearing nothing but lipstick and the color of desire. I like that one a lot. I think that one is very women and feminine, but I had to read that one because I like that one a lot. Ooh, ooh, ooh. Ba, ba, ba. Where is the ones that I'm thinking of in my brain? I have a few in my brain of hers that I really, really like. So where are they? This one's titled, My Mother Says Kissing a Man Without a Mustache is like eating eggs without salt. Which is a better way of saying, take the scenic route. Say I love you when it's true. Drive 12 hours just to touch. Buy kumquats because they're called kumquats. Call someone you love a little kumquat. Write letters. Recite poems. Beaver clamped. Rise early to hunt the moon. Eat pastries whose names you can't pronounce. Astonish everyone. Haunt everything. Sing, even if poorly. Press the peel for zest. We're nothing but brief bodies. Hearts fragile as parakeets. Spit, lips, and longing. All we got is the skin, this necessary salt. I love that one. I think that one is so brilliant because you read the top and you go, oh, like, oh yeah, you know, the boomer generation with the kind of almost misogynistic point of view, or like, you know, women should get married and like da 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 da. But then she flips that perspective and dives into what the meaning of life is and why you should go for the things that you want and just kind of indulge yourself in life. And I don't know, I find it very, very interesting. Where are we? Love that one. Wow. Hi. Oh my God, Serena's back. Yes, I love that one too. Hello, how are you? Hi, Leonardo. I'm doing great, other than my eye. And yeah, I think, I don't know. Yep, back to female erotica, which is fine. Don't judge me. I think that the thing about poetry is it's always going to be a bit erotic. I don't think you can really avoid that. We're about to read more, but from the male's perspective, he's got some smutty little things going on in there, so don't you worry. It's just a little bit different. I'm so toot. I think he meant cute, but thank you. T-U-T-E? Yeah, we'll take it. Okay, yeah, so a lot of these are very like, ooh. I feel like this one was really... That one's pretty, not gonna read that one. Okay, where? Oh, I like this one. This one made me very happy when I read this one. The electrician sings Easy Love in the kitchen while fixing my light. It's so overly specific. But the thing I love about her is that she'll take something like that and it makes her think in a different way. Like, she's just standing there and she hears, the guy working in her kitchen. Most people would go, that's cute, that's fine. And then they'd carry on. And they might tell the story as is, face value. But she just feels something from it, and I really like it. It's interesting to me. Sea ice around Antarctica reaches a record low, and now, on the news, a man rushes down the streets of Kyiv, his toddler in his arms. The word war enters every room. Earth warms. In Texas, a child grows bright with grief. Everything threatens to burst. In the morning, my belly aches again for a baby. I leak with longing. No one has told my body yet about the world. All she hears is the sound of someone in the other room still singing. It's like, this is how the female brain works. It's like you see this one thing, and it just like, you get thrown all these other ideas into your mind that don't really match, but they so match, and I love it. It's very interesting. I'm gonna start reading some of Charles's, though, because I really love, he's one of my favorite poets. I prefer reading men's writing for some reason. I think my favorite authors and poets are all men. But I was very happy to find this book in the summertime because it just felt very, I don't know, fresh. And I haven't really had a female poet that I've liked of like a newer time. Like, I like Sylvia Plath and Emily Dickinson and, who else? No, I don't like a lot of female authors. I do like a lot, but my favorites, it just happens to be that way, which I feel kind of bad about. Oh, my little nephew used to say toot because he couldn't pronounce the C for some reason. That's actually very cute. That's very toot. Tennyson? I don't know why my brain thought Tennessee Williams, but Tennyson. Unaware. Ow, my eyeballs. Tennyson. Oh, that's a guy. He's a poet. Okay. When you said that, I was picturing a woman, and I was like, I don't know. But Alfred Tennyson, what has he done? Oh, Ulysses. Okay. I've read some of that. It's quite dense, if I'm being honest. And again, it's been translated so many times, and not translated, but rewritten and all of that. But yeah, I've read some of the Ulysses. What else has he done? I think that's his main thing, is it not? Yeah, I don't know the rest of the stuff. An infant crying in the night. Yeah, he's kind of not one of, is he one of the first? One of the ones that has withstood the test of time for sure. Fire Lana Poster, ever seen her live? No. No, I haven't. I don't think I ever will because it's just so expensive and hard to get tickets for. But thank you. I used to manage a record store, so I got some cool posters and things from working there. And with no language, what language but a cry. It's really good. For sure, for sure. I get very like sucked into certain people. And I'm also, I think a big issue is I'm a writer and I don't want, like I read so much and I take so much in all the time and I'm constantly with a book, but it's like one of those things where I don't want to get so influenced by something because I don't want to interrupt my own like natural thought process when I write. So then I'm like, I don't want it to seem like something else to seep in and make it seem like I'm copying somebody. If that makes any sense. My Instagram is Zane's X. You should text me sometime. Zane or Zound? I'm blind. Did you add me? I think I have my Instagram here. I'm here to add people on Instagram. I'm so down for that. Let me take a looky look here. I just kind of suck at social media in general because I'm a loose cannon. Zane's X. Wow, you have quite the following on here. Oh, you were like actually verified on Twitch too. That's crazy. I didn't know what that little see, this is the thing. I was like, does that have to do with me or you? Are you verified? But you are. That's crazy. You're a tattoo artist? Or is that your own tattoos? I can't tell. Very, very, very cool. I will check that out after my live stream. I appreciate it. I have now followed you. And if you will see the request over your insane amount of people that are following you, who knows? You want it to still be your voice. Yeah, exactly. So I love, and that the issue is I love reading and I love especially reading poetry, but you get to a point where you're like, I can't take in anymore right now, especially not until I'm done a certain project. Like while I was writing my poetry book, I was like, I can't read anything. Like I can't let anything in other than what I'm learning about myself, you know? So I kind of, I got through it that way. And then once I was done, I started reading a lot more. And then I started writing a book. So now I'm rereading things that I've already read in the past because I know that that's already in my brain anyway. But I'm not taking in a lot of new stuff because I'm worried about that happening. Gotta keep it authentic in this place. Okay. There's some really, really good ones in here. And I'm gonna see if I can find my favorites. Is it this one? That one? Oh wait, I think that was one of them. Okay, let's read some Charles Bukowski. I love. My well-loved books. Okay. This one's called Sheets. I don't really know what this one is, but we'll read it anyway. Those sheets you've got there, said the old dame in the housewares depot. Department, not depot. In the housewares department, are for a double bed. Do you have a double bed or a single bed? Well, you see, I answered, my bed is an unusual bed. It's kind of a single and a half. Describe your bed, she said. What? Describe your bed. I'd rather not, I said. Well, said the old dame, I want you to know the sheets you've got there are for a double bed, and if you've got a single bed, it's against the state law. What? I asked. Say that again. I said it's against the state law. You mean, I asked, I mean, you can't bring these sheets back after you've opened the package. All right, I said, give me a couple of singles. She treated me then with comfortable disdain. I believe the old dame had been in... I believe the old dame had been in sheets all her life. I think they should put young girls in the sheets department. After all, sheets don't make me think of sleep at all, but something else entirely. Especially crisp white new sheets. They ought to put old dames like her in dog food or garden supplies. And when she gave me the singles, I knew she knew I slept alone, like she did. I couldn't even get through it. He kills me. And I know that I know a lot of people don't really like him. But I can't. It's like so stupid to me. It's so funny. Okay. Where are some of the other ones? Ooh, I can't. I'm gonna keep laughing. I just love how effortlessly he will just write things. I'd just be like, this is a conversation I had, and somehow it works. Okay, let's see. It's this one. Fulfillment. She disciplined herself in anger, hatred, and cunning strategy. I always thought that it would finally pass, that she was giddy with misconception and bad advice. I always felt it would pass. I listened to the charges against me, knowing some of them to be true, but certainly not important enough to become the target of violence, envy, vengeance. I thought it would surely pass. I commandeered no defense, thinking that easy reason would save us both. But her determination strengthened. Even then, I summed it up as headstrong, overzealous energy. But the moment I gave ground, more ground was taken. Lord, I thought, it's just simple violence. And so I trotted my horse out of the stable, sharpened my knives, and began a counterattack. She'd finally found as good an opponent as could be found. Her determination demanded her own destruction. She'd found her match. I mounted my steed, sword ready, ready even for the sun. She'd always wanted war. She'd always wanted war. I'd grant her wish, love be damned now, as love was damned when it first arrived. My reluctance would now be gone forever, and the blood would flow, hers and mine, just as she desired. He's just so unique. I feel like with him, you could read something that I've never read and ask me who wrote this, and I would know that it was him. I really like when I first opened the book. The first thing is just a little one, and it says, "The heart roars like a lion at what they've done to us." When I read that, because I always liked him, and I have a couple other little books from him, but when I read that, not gonna lie, I teared up a little bit, and I was like, I have to buy this book. Because I had read a lot of his like earlier stuff, you know, and I didn't know that I hadn't read that before, and I didn't know that this was more of like the end, like the latter of his life. And it's very much a different situation, and I like that a lot. Now, I just need to make sure that I'm not missing anything here. Okay. I need to find some There's few that I think of a lot in here. Where are they? Not that. Ew. Okay, I don't know what this one is, but I'm gonna read this one too. This one is called Beef Tongue. Beef tongue. Okay. I hadn't eaten for a couple of days, and I had mentioned that several times. Wait, what? Restart. Have to be in his brain right now. Think of his flow. His flow is very different and unique. I hadn't eaten for a couple of days, and I had mentioned that several times. And I was up at this poet's place, where a tiny woman took care of him. He was a big bearded ox with a brain twice as large as the world, and we'd been up all night, listening to tapes, talking, smoking, swallowing pills. His woman had gone to bed hours ago. It was 10 a.m., and the sunlight came on and not caring that we hadn't slept. And the next thing I knew, he was coming out of the kitchen saying, "Hey, Chinaski, look!" I couldn't see clearly. At first, it looked like a yellow boot filled with water. Then it looked like a fish without a head. And then it looked like an elephant's cock. And then he brought it closer. "Beef tongue, beef tongue!" He held it out at arm's length, right in my face. "Beef tongue, beef tongue!" And it was. And I never imagined a steer's tongue that was that fat and long. I always forget that a lot of the stuff I can't read that it was fat and long. It was a rape, and they had gone deep into the creature's throat and hacked it out, and here it was now, beef tongue, and it was yellow and pink, and it was gagging all by itself. Just another reasonable and sensible atrocity committed by intelligent men. I was not an intelligent man. I made it to the sink and began to heave. Stupid, of course. Stupid. It was only dead meat. No feeling now, the pain long since run out of the bottom of the world, but I continued to vomit. Finished, cleaned up the sink, and walked back in. "Sorry," I said. "It's okay. I forgot about your stomach." Then he walked the tongue back into the kitchen, and then he came out, and we talked of this and that. And in about 10 minutes, I heard the water boiling, and I smelled the tongue cooking in that bubbling water without mouth or eye or name. It was a huge tongue going around and around under the lid, and stinking, becoming cooked tongue, becoming most delicious and flavored, but since he was an agreeable fellow, I asked him to please turn it off. It was a cold morning, and as I shivered in the doorway as I got ready to leave, the new air was good. I could feel the legs, the heart, the lungs, beginning to envision another chance. We talked about a book of poems he was helping me edit. Then I said goodbye, keep in touch. And we didn't shake hands, a thing neither of us liked to do. That's fair, me neither. Shaking hands is kind of gross. And I went up to the path and out to my car and started the engine. As I warmed it up, I imagined him moving back into the kitchen behind the mass of black beard, those blue diamond eyes shining out, and all that black hair. Those intelligent, happy blue diamond eyes, knowing everything almost, and then turning the flame on again, the water beginning to shift and simmer, the tongue moving around in there once again. And I, stupid in my machine, turned away from the curb, let it roll through the yellow morning, down around the curves and dips, all the green growing nicely along the side of the road. Well, thank Christ he hadn't invited me to stay the dinner. When I got home, I thumbed through some Renoir, Pissarro, and Diaz prints. Then I ate a hard-boiled egg. Well, that was a whole story and a half. I don't remember that one. I don't remember. Book talk, question mark? Yeah! I'm reading books because I can't do video games today because my eye hurts. So I'm limiting my screen time for today by reading some Charles Bukowski. That one was a lot. That was not the story that I thought that it was. So, can I please find the ones that I wanted to read? Where is it? Where is it? I feel like I need to find these ones that I really wanted to read and see where we're at. Holy moly, it's a long one. I need to find the ones that I want. Where are they? Oops. Okay, I also need to kind of maybe make sure they're appropriate before I read them again, because I don't really know. I don't know what I'm allowed to do on here, but yeah, I wanted to just kind of have conversations about books, talk about, you know, everything and anything, whatever is interesting to you guys. Please discuss. And that's kind of where we're at. This is what I've been wanting to do. People aren't talking, and I feel like, okay, next, you know what, I'm gonna read another one, and then I'm gonna dive into what I think about it, because I thought maybe more people would have, like, thoughts as well as I'm reading along, but I'm gonna read another one, and then I'm gonna give everybody my breakdown of what I feel with it, like I was doing with hers. Oh, is this one a good one? Maybe? I don't know, maybe we'll try this one. It's called Legs, so I feel like, sure, it's probably good, right? Okay. Can I even see? Not well. My eyes hurt so bad. Okay, let's do this. Legs. She arrived in a taxi completely intoxicated. It was after one of my long days as a Mako stock boy, and I sat there, exhausted and sucking at my beer and looking at her in her rumpled state spread across the bed, skirt hiked high. I sucked at my drink, then walked over to the bed and lifted her skirt higher. Such a sight, those glorious legs, uncovered and helpless. She was a great woman with great legs. We had such tremendous fun and much agony together for some years. But she found life too hard. She died 34 years ago, and I haven't seen legs like that since, and I've never stopped looking. Oh, that was really just sad. That was really sad. She died. On purpose, I guess? I'm not going to say that word on here because I feel like that's an instant KO. That's sad. So he was happy for a few years, because usually a lot of his stories are very much him, you know, just kind of sleeping with a bunch of women and, like, being an asshole. It's kind of what his stories are like and his poems. So it's interesting, like, this one was clearly his probably first love if he was a stock boy. His first love. They spent many years together. I'd like to know more about her. She was an alcoholic with great legs, and then she decided she didn't want to be alive anymore. That is sad. I think this might be connected to it. Maybe. What's this? This one's called Jane's Shoes. I'm going to read this one next. I'm tired, just enjoying hanging out with you. Thank you. It's just a hang. It's just a vibe. That's what we're doing. Hi, what are your favorite classic books? Classics? Classics. That's hard. I'm trying to think of... what do you determine? Because the thing is, there's so many that are classic that aren't that old. but people still consider them classics, you know? But then there's some obvious ones, like if we're going into it and we're saying like Dante's Inferno and like the old stuff, obviously. We love Dante's Inferno. For me, I absolutely love Moby Dick. Yeah. I think the thing is, I enjoyed Moby Dick as like almost a case study. Not a case study, but it's very much a man book. And I remember reading it when I was probably too young, and like the concept of it was good, but I feel like it's a bit of a man book, which again, I don't mind. I usually kind of steer more towards that, which is why I still found it interesting. Wuthering Heights was an experience for me. I couldn't get into Wuthering Heights. I can't even speak. Couldn't really get into it. Yeah, I tried reading that one a few years ago. Man book, question mark. Yeah, I just, wait, what else are you saying? This is interesting. And I don't know a good or bad one. Also, Odyssey and The Stranger were great. The whole meta stuff in it. Also, does it say Dawn Quixote? I don't know that one. Listen, I specifically lost my mind over the Wuthering Heights adaptations. Oh, okay. I feel like maybe if I knew what I was in for with Wuthering Heights, I would have been into it, but I didn't. I just couldn't get into it. I need a book of. I read a book of his too young to. Taught me a lot about female anatomy. Yeah. That's hilarious. Like, I checked adaptations of the book and saw High School. Why am I having such trouble reading? Probably because my eyes are on fire. I checked adaptations of the book and saw High School Medieval Japan. Oh, High School, is it Australia? AU? I can't even tell if that's an A and a U. Jukebox, MTV Musical, AU, alternative universe. I swear it's literally just because it's me looking at a screen that I'm having such trouble reading it. Normally I'm not like this, but my eyes hurt. Okay. Yeah, I guess like maybe if I digested it in a different way first, kind of like how I watched a ton of Jane Austen movies before I actually read Jane Austen, I probably wouldn't have read, like I have a few, you know, I have a book of like just Jane Austen. Like, I think it has 4 of hers in it, but I don't think I would have read it if I hadn't have seen the movies when I was like 11 and known what I was in for. Because it's not necessarily my vibe. High School alternative universe was really low quality, but so hilarious after you read the book. Okay, I'm kind of interested in doing it that way then, Flowerheart. That's very interesting. I definitely should check into that. I'm gonna read this one now. Oof. I really wish that I could figure out what was going on with my eyeball. But hey, you know what? It's just gonna be a couple hours of just reading and talking and discussing. Yeah. What are some of y'all's favorite books of all time? For a very long time, I would only, like, I'm very, very picky with what I read for so many different reasons. So I think for the longest time, I would only read poetry and really scary stuff. Like, I just couldn't, I didn't want to, I needed to be something so insane for me to read it, or like really provoke emotions, because I don't know why, even though other, you know, novels and books can provoke emotions, but I needed it to be like twisted. And I found that poetry spoke to me. So I've read so much, endless amounts of poetry. I read poetry every single day. I at least try to digest a few poems a day. But for, you know, novels and stories and everything, for the longest time, I would only read horror and scary stuff, which still holds such deep spot in my heart, but it's kind of, you know, I can understand why I was doing that and why I only wanted that. Haven't read a book in ages. I love The Seventh Tower. Very Harry Potter-ish. Zipiter is back. Very Harry Potter-ish. Interesting. I don't know that. I read Harry Potter when I was little. I feel like I should, for some reason, fantasy like doesn't catch me as much as other stuff. I've read quite a few fantasy books where like either it's about magic or it's about fairies or something, or dragons, wizards. I'm very much into that setting within video games, but for reading, I think it might be one of my least favorite genres somehow. I don't know why. I think well, I like characters and I like the psychology of people and really diving into the person and the character, which is why I like poetry and I like certain types of novels that's really like you feel and you understand the person, and it's like that. I don't know. I understand the love of like worlds and everything, but and I still read some of it. Hey Kate. Hi Gyfin, how's it going? Do I like cats? Picky with cats. Okay, I'm just sounding like such a picky person. Now I'm just sounding like I hate everything and I'm so picky. But I'm a dog person, but I have loved some cats in my life. I've had some cool cats in my life. Oh no, I'm missing the chat here. What do I have? I missed so much. Google, Wuthering High. Oh, for high school, so you know what I mean. Also, Count of Monte Cristo, yeah, classic, great. That one always reminds me of my sister, because that's her favorite book. Well, one of them. Revenge. I kind of hate Harry Potter. Yeah, I don't really like Harry Potter either, but I respect it. I respected it more before she became an ass. Robinson Crusoe, I think is what that says. I'm really bad with names, so I'm trying my best. The first book that got me into reading and still counts as one of my favorites for sure. Robinson Crusoe. What's that? What is that? Even as a kid, I never liked it. Harry Potter, yeah. It was like the big thing, and I wasn't super into it. Like, I read quite a bit of it, and I was like, this is fine. It's fine. And then, you know, it switched over to Twilight, and I was like, okay, yikes. And then it switched over to 50 Shades of Grey, and I was like, triple, quadruple yikes. This is so poorly written. My cat better be an exception, I'll fight you. And so will she. Your cat's an exception because your cat has personality and isn't just a little asshole. The first Law trilogy of the author, Joe Abercrombie, is also dark enough for me to enjoy. Ooh. First Law trilogy. Oh my gosh. Robinson Crusoe is from 1719. Okay, hold on. The first Law trilogy, I'm gonna write this down because if it's dark, I'm into it. Hold on. I probably know what this is, but hold on. First Law trilogy. Let me see what this is. Joe Abercrombie. British. Okay. Cool. Oh, it's newer. 2006. Cool. Awesome. I have it written down now. I will check it out. Yeah, in that book, it's not so much about the characters, but the journey. Yeah, and I think like I like that in other forms of art. I enjoy the adventure, and I enjoy like a whole world. Like someone that's able to create a whole different universe and world and everything is like so genius in a totally different way. East of Eden. Is that your favorite, Serena? East of Eden. Here's a book for you, Tail Chaser Song. Okay, I'm gonna screenshot this chat because I'm gonna learn. Did I screenshot it? Yeah. I'm gonna read some stuff for myself, keep some stuff, because I don't know. The thing is that the biggest problem with me is I'm literally a moron, and I'll be like, I don't know what that is, and then I'll look it up and I'll be like, oh, I read that. Or like, I don't know who this author is. Who are you talking about? Oh, I know who that is. I'm so stupid. Did I hear you right? You like to read horror? Yes. Horror is... I've always just been sucked into horror in every capacity, in every aspect. Maybe because even if it's not about the character or like the psychological experience that they're going through, it is a psychological experience being horror. So then you put yourself into it and then you feel that. Maybe that's why I like it, even if it's not dictated by a character specifically. What's some of the scariest things that I've read? Misery freaked me out. This isn't a horror really, but Sharp Objects really, oof. Psychologically tore me apart. Fantastic book. Haunted by Chuck Palahniuk. I can't say his last name, and I'm not about to look it up because my eyes hurt. But Haunted by him. It's a bunch of short stories. Those are freaky. He's a great writer. He's one of my... See, Chuck Palahniuk? Oh my god. Okay, now I have to look it up because he's one of my favorites. What's it called? Invisible Monsters by him is great too. Haunted. Chuck Palahniuk. I don't know. Is that even how you say it? Whatever. The guy that did Fight Club. Everyone will know what I'm talking about if I just say the guy that wrote Fight Club. But he has a lot of other really great ones. Choke. I think Choke is my favorite by him. Choke was nuts. But I think Haunted was the scariest. The Wasp Factory was freaky. I'm reading A Head Full of Ghosts right now. It's not really scary. It kind of is giving Bloomhouse, but it's fun, I guess. But what are some that like... It takes a lot for me to get scared, but I still enjoy it, you know? What are you guys talking about? Throwback to when you dragged me to the movie theater to watch a scary movie and I sat backwards in my seat. No, for real, I was terrible and I did that to you. I think it was Insidious. we were in like high school or something. I don't even remember. Or I think we were younger than I think we were quite young when Insidious came out. We might have been like 12, 13. I don't know. I don't remember. I think it was Insidious though, because I'm a terrible person. I think it was the second Insidious. Yeah, it was Insidious. The Woods Are Dark by Richard Lehman and The Big Head by Edward Lee are also horror books that I enjoyed. Okay, how do I do this? How do I save those now? Now I need to save them, and I'm having a stroke. The Woods Are Dark. Okay. I'm just gonna have a bunch of tabs open and then hope for the best. The Woods Are Dark. And then Big Head. Is that what it was called? Big Head. Book. I don't know. Edward Lee. Is that correct? Edward Lee. Beautiful. Amazing. What was I getting on about? Something else. One of my favorite authors is I have a lot of favorite authors. I don't know. I love obviously we love Stephen King, Edgar Allan Poe, H.P. Lovecraft, all those guys. The OG crazies, we love them. But David Bowman's one of my favorites. I don't think I'll ever find anybody quite like him. He's interesting. But he only wrote a few books. He has like 4 books. And I'm like, bro, it's not fair. It's not fair. I want more. One of my favorites, but I'm not very well read. It's by John Steinbeck. Oh yeah. I used to love perfume. I still do, but I can't handle horror anymore, unfortunately. I know John Steinbeck. I'm gonna save it. I feel like hold on, what was it called again? East of Eden. I feel like I don't know if I read that or not, but I feel like I've read some John Steinbeck. I'm not also, I don't even know. I think the thing is I just like enjoy reading and I enjoy all of this. I wouldn't say I'm like, I'm missing, I have a huge gap in lots of corners of books for sure. Because I like what I like and then I kind of stick to that path. I'm like all of the poetry, all of the horror, and then anything psychological. That's it. And then I kind of black out slightly. What was I gonna even say before I was gonna say something? What was I gonna say? I like how I low-key feel like I'm on something. Anytime I wear sunglasses inside, I'm like, peace to the world, everybody. And I feel way chiller as a person. But I'm actually rattling on the inside from so much caffeine that I can't move. Say something, I'm giving up on you. I'm sorry that I couldn't get to you. Anywhere I would have followed you. I'll be the one if you want me to. Now, Necrocron 2001, I don't know if you know this, but my all-time fave is Christina Aguilera, so. And we all have our masks, would know that. She can vouch for me. As much as, yes, we got Lana in the background. I love Lana forever and ever and ever. But the real OG is Xtina. East of Eden is amazing. Steinbeck's one of my favorites. Grapes of Wrath and Canary Row are so good too. Grapes of Wrath is great. Oh, I'm loving the glasses. Thank you. I feel like a offbeat retired musician. Like, I didn't plummet, like my career didn't end. It's not over, but I'm kind of like cruising through life a little bit. That's how I feel right now. I didn't like die from, you know, big old pills or nothing, but I don't sing anymore. I just kind of sit and vibe. And now I'm doing random live streams for people and reading. I just feel like, yeah, a old sellout musician. It's kind of a vibe. I just noticed that you can sing. Thank you. On my Patreon, I do karaoke. And I have different tiers on my Patreon. I'm just gonna plug this now, because why not? That was an easy little segue right there. My Patreon, I have 7-day free trial, but I have a full free guy, which is a karaoke video that I posted on my Patreon for free, because you are able to follow you're able to follow Patreon without actually like subscribing and paying anything. So I posted a free karaoke video where I sing songs from musicals for everybody to watch if you're interested. Because, yeah, I do an okay job. It's not great, but it's fun. Oh, goodness. Christina Aguilera, Hurt and Genie in a Bottle songs are songs everybody should and needs to know. Thank you, Necrocron. Necrocron. You're a real one. Hurt by X Tina makes me cry every time. Yeah. Also, a wickedly hard song to sing. She makes it sound easy. Even she rarely sings it because it's so hard to sing. She's my girl. But I think her song I'm Okay is what makes me cry the most. I can't even listen to that song. Don't put that song on. If you put that song on, I will leave, because it guts me. Guts me? What's a guts me? Wow, we're just talking. I'm happy that I put this as just chatting, and then I just like hashtagged some book stuff, because we are going all over the gamut. I'm Okay always destroys me. It's terrible. It's just... I think people forget that she's a real person and like she's been through awful, awful things, terrible things. And then when you listen to that and you're like, oh my God, right. Yeah, Christina Aguilera has had a hard life. She just happened to be so talented that she made it out, but yikes. I could go on and on about that as well. What are we doing here even? I'm reading books. I wanted to read this one. It's called Jane's Shoes. I will not be singing Christina Aguilera because I can't. So if you guys do tag into my karaoke, don't worry, I won't be singing her music. I just watched Burlesque again last night. Burlesque is a at least yearly watch. So you got at least three YouTube channels, a Twitch channel, and a Patreon. Gotcha. I have one YouTube channel that I use. I have other ones, but I don't use them. So if you're wanting actual content, it's Kate Rebel's Realm. Because otherwise, yeah. But I'm streaming on YouTube as well, on my Kate Rebel's Realm YouTube. But yeah. I got stuff. I have things. I'm trying to work my fingers into every little hole. What? God. Okay, let's read Jane's Shoes. My shoes in the closet. No, hold on. I can't see what I'm reading. I don't think that was right. Give me a second. Oh, whoa, I have a little horn. Okay, where are we? Where were we? Jane's Shoes. My shoes in the closet like forgotten lilies. My shoes alone right now, like dogs walking dead I can't speak. Hold on. Let's try that again. Okay, we need to give justice to Jane's shoes. Found the others by accident when I was looking up watchers' channels. YouTube recommended. Oh, that makes sense. Yeah, no, it's just basically the one YouTube channel though. So don't go poking around because there's not a lot of good stuff in the other ones. Jane's shoes. My shoes in the closet like forgotten lilies. My shoes alone right now, like dogs walking dead avenues. And I got a letter from a woman in a hospital. Love, she says, love. But I do not write back. I do not understand myself. She sends me photographs of herself taken in the hospital, and I remember her on other nights, not dying. Her shoes with heels like daggers sitting next to me in the closet. How those strong nights lied to us. How those nights became quiet finally. My shoes alone in the closet now, flown over by coats and awkward shirts. And I look into the hole the door leaves, and the walls, and I do not write back. Ooh. That one gave me goosebumps. I really, really like that one. Whew. That's sad. It's crazy how different people understand death and like take dying and death. And like he's looking back and regretting not responding to her, but he's also trying to understand what they did have and the memories that they had together, and that he will always be haunted by them in some capacity. Ugh. I like that. That was good. Changing it up today. Hey, Kyle! Yeah, my eye is gonna fall out, so I can't play video games today. Yesterday was hard. Yesterday I should not have played video games, but it really, really hurt. The line from Bukowski I always remember is, find what you love and let it kill you. It's one of my favorites of all time from anybody. Yeah, I love that. Find what you love and let it kill you is just one of the best things ever. It's exactly what it is. And if you die doing that, then, well, that's great. There's nothing else. We don't have anything else. There's nothing else on this earth. If you are doing what you love and you die around the people you love and doing what you love, then you're good. You're chilling. You're gonna die anyway, so hey. You picked a great read. Thank you. This is just a great book. It's filled with a lot, and I feel like in some ways it's a bit more quiet than some of his other books and his other writing, with him being older, I guess. I need to find... this one's a whole story. I'm gonna skip over this, that's long. Oh my god. Holy moly. I feel like I remember that one being really good, but very long. Oh, I liked this one. This one's really good. This one, you know how some things you read and you're like, he was being so real here, and he doesn't care that he's presenting himself as kind of an asshole. I love that. I love terrible people. But you can't be that terrible if you're understanding that you're doing something kind of terrible, I guess. Damn, you're pretty attached to your eye from what I understand. I had an ulcer in my eye for a few years. I almost lost it, so I feel you. Oh my god. What? I didn't even know that that could happen. But yeah, you're attached to your eye until you're not, I guess. But yeah, can you tell? I noticed actually in some of my other videos that my left eye was very droopy. Like I can't open it very well. But I also kind of have eyes that, I don't know. I have droopy eyes. I got the Marilyn Monroe thing sometimes going on. I love terrible people. Kate, 19, the of January 2025. I'm fine. You can quote me on that all you want. I really do love terrible people. I love terrible people when they realize that they're terrible. Okay, maybe don't quote me on that fully. Like, give a little bit of context. I do. Nobody's perfect. And if you're gonna say that you're a good person, you're lying. Nobody's 100% a good person. You rang, question mark? Me neither until I had one. Well, thanks, Kyle. Now I have a new fear of losing my left eye to an ulcer. Thank you, Serena, for the round of applause. Thank you for being my laugh track. I appreciate you being my laugh track. Okay, I really like this one about being a terrible person. What? Oh, Christina, and an Instagram. I do have an Instagram. I'm on everything, even though I hate social media. I'm everywhere you look. You can't run away from me. We should be able to have a little self-awareness of how terrible we are at work. You should be allowed to be a little bit of an asshole at work. I can't even quote that part because I can't say it. You should be able to eat a little bit of corn at work. That's the closest that I can get to saying that. 300% do not recommend. Yeah, now I'm stressed that I'm gonna lose my eyeball. I don't really know how I would know if it's an ulcer though. That's nuts. Because YouTube can see the Twitch chat. Do not forget to like the live stream and press follow. Thank you. Thank you, Necrocron. I appreciate it. Yeah, read the Twitch chat, YouTube. Read the Twitch chat. Sub me up. Be my subs. I hate that meaning doesn't mean that anymore, and I don't really know what I'm doing anymore. You'll know, trust me. Okay, let's read another one of Charles's things because we love him. Oh, ow, my eye. Okay, Bewitched in New York. The lady was the most unfaithful and terrible I had ever encountered, and I knew. Sometimes I need to remember that I'm reading his work. And it has a certain cadence to it, okay? Give me a second. The lady was the most unfaithful and terrible I had ever encountered, and I knew it, and she knew it, and she was both ugly and beautiful at the same time, and the two of her just sat there on the window ledge of that open hotel window in New York City on one of the hottest days of all time. No air conditioning, no fan. We sweated and suffered and waited for something to happen. I was drunk, she was on drugs. We had just concluded a slippery bit of copulation, and afterward she said, "You son of a bitch, we're stuck here in hell." "Good," I said. Then I saw her fall out of the window. Then I saw her fall out of the window. We were 4 floors up. I heard the scream. Her body was gone. Then it was back. She was sitting on the window ledge again. "Did you see that?" she asked. "I fell out of the window." "Good," I said. "But somehow I pulled myself back in," she said. "Good," I said. "Is that all you can say?" she asked. "Good?" "I can say that I think you're a witch or a devil, and that your window act just now proves it." I felt that by falling out, she had lifted my spirits, and then she had deliberately dashed them by climbing back in. "So I'm a witch or a devil, huh?" "Well, no more ass for you." "Good," I said. Sometimes you live and stay with a woman and have no real idea why. With her, I knew it was the simple, fascinating, unrelenting mystery and terror of herself. I love it. He kills me. I kind of want to reread it because I definitely stumbled through it a little bit. Take your time, you're doing well. Yeah, it's just my eyeball that kind of throws me off. Am I reading too fast? I feel like maybe I'm reading too fast. I'll get used to it, but I definitely read too fast, I think. Y'all let me know. Should I read it again? I think I need to linger on the words a little bit more. But also, his is very bantery, so I feel like almost it's okay. Can I read this one? Is this one appropriate? Sure, read it again. It is good. Okay, I'll read it again. Sweet. Yes, you read too fast. Some of us are in special ed, you know. Okay, let me read this again, because this one's good. There is no I heard this one too often. Yeah, if it's good, it's good. You can read it over and over again. Okay. Bewitched in New York. I, definitely not Necrocon. Agree. Sure, read it again. Hopping on all the apps. Appreciate it. Okay, Bewitched in New York. The lady was the most... Already slurring my words. I'm gonna give myself a second. I'm gonna take a breath. Like a normal person does. Takes a normal, nice breath. Bewitched in New York. The lady was the most unfaithful and terrible I had ever encountered, and I knew it, and she knew it, and she was both ugly and beautiful at the same time, and the two of her just sat there on the window ledge of that open hotel window in New York City on one of the hottest days of all time. No air conditioning, no fan. We sweated and suffered and waited for something to happen. I was drunk, she was on drugs. We had just concluded a slippery bit of copulation, and after she said, "You son of a bitch, we're stuck in hell." "Good," I said. Then I saw her fall out of the window. We were 4 floors up. I heard the scream, her body was gone. And then it was back. She was sitting on the ledge again. "Did you see that?" she asked. "I fell out of the window." "Good," I said. "But somehow I pulled myself back in," she said. "Good," I said. "Is that all you can say?" she asked. "Good?" "I can say that I think you're a witch or a devil and that your window act just now proves it." I felt that by falling out, she had lifted my spirits, and then she had deliberately dashed them by climbing back in. "So I'm a witch or a devil, huh? Well, no more ass for you." "Good," I said. "Sometimes you live and stay with a woman and have no real idea why. With her, I knew. It was the simple, fascinating, unrelenting mystery and terror of herself." Amazing. Mwah, bon appetit. So good. I love it. But I also like that she probably wasn't really a great person either, so it's kind of fun. I do know nothing about normal people. I trust your expertise. I don't know normal people either. No more ass? Cries every time. Oh, I love poetry. Poetry just really speaks to me. When she said "no more ass for you," a single tear fell, and the angels wept. Good is all Bukowski can... Wait, what? Good is all Bukowski can say because he is just that smashed. Yeah, he drank a lot. He drank a lot. Yes, he sure did. I feel like this one I can't read. I need to quickly, maybe I'll see. I just know sometimes, with it being the 70s, I think he might say some words that I'm not gonna say ever in my life. So we'll read this and I'll skip it if I can't read it. Okay. Don't worry, baby. I'll get it. Let's see what this one's about. This time it was easy to picture what he described. Oh, thank you, because I spoke slowly and I emphasized the proper words. Okay. One day I'll read my book to you guys, because I know exactly the cadence of myself. Okay, let's read this one. Don't worry, baby. I'll get it. He saw her in a liquor store, and it shook him. Shook, shook, shook. Like shark meat, alive, still in sunlight flopping. He hurled his eyes at her. A miracle. He heard her talking to him. She was funny. She made him laugh. She made him feel like all the doors were open for him. It was easy. She went back to his place with him. They talked. It was easy. She was a glorious fuck. They fucked 3 times. She stayed. Smaltz. They phoned him from work the next day. What you doing? You didn't come in. We got the Granger-Wentley order to get out. 45... What am I saying? What is that? Oh. It's his boy job at the market or whatever. Smut City. Ayo. I'll read the rest of the chat in a second. Hold on. Smaltz. They phoned him. Smaltz. They phoned him from work the next day. What are you doing? You didn't come in. We got the Granger-Wentley order to get out. 45 6-foot squeegees and 90 gallons of ultramarine day glue. I'm busy, he said, and they replied. We can get a shipping clerk anywhere. He hung up, turned her over, and fucked her again. Wait, there's more. It wasn't the same as with the others. Every time he finished, he felt he wanted more. As she took the trip to the bathroom, it seemed as if he hadn't yet really had her, and anything she put on, a newspaper hat, a pair of his socks. She looked glorious. Funny. Hell, she made him feel good. Everything she said, shit, was a joke. She'd put that body up against his every morning and say, don't get... Wait, what's her accent? Hold on. She'd put that body up against his every morning and say, Not that. Hold on. I can't do that noise without it sounding terrible. Don't go to work. Eddie baby, stay with me. I can't go to work, sweets. I don't have no job, he'd say, and then they'd go at it again. So the day came, no rent, no coffee, no wine, no cigarettes. The landlord stated, 1 more day, get it up or get lost. Shit, I thought you knew what we were doing, he told Smaltz. It was the first time she wasn't funny. Don't worry, baby, I'll get it, he told her, and they went one last good time. Okay. Lucky, he had the 32, he thought. Liquor store, no, I'll get the big stuff. She's got it. She's got it coming. She's for me, mine, paper hat, all that shaking, God, nothing like it. He tried the bank, the big gray one nearby. He went in, he was ready. 32, paper bag, the note. A stick up, quiet, and you don't die, no buttons. Put money in the bag, I am desperate and will kill. Please let us both live. She emptied the drawer into the bag, he saw it, lots of hundreds, 50s. Sweet mother, a trip to Paris. The bank clerk looked good too. He'd like to fuck her. Anybody would. Okay. He was almost at the door when he sensed she'd tripped the button. He was almost at the door when he sensed she'd tripped the button right away. They'd even cleared the crowd. The guard at the door was easy. He was so fat Smaltz couldn't miss. He dropped like a putty freak. Outside, he saw the squad car. The thing was driving along the wrong side of the street. How could they do that? Keeping even as he was running and firing at his ass. Coming close, he ran up an alley, dead end. But he caught a freight elevator at the bottom. Move it up! Move it up! He shouted at another freak. But the freak just stood there, looking at the 32, and he shot the freak. Nothing else to do, and he was working at the handles, trying to close the doors. When they got there, fired at him. Fired into that cheap tin elevator. He couldn't get off a return shot. They got him, took the paper bag out of his hand. The next night, she was sleeping with the owner of the hardware store, Harry. A good, solid income, 2 fingers missing from his right hand, hunting accident in Indiana, 1938. You could get another shipping clerk anywhere. You could get another shipping clerk anywhere. Well, the moral of that story was, I don't know. That moved on quickly. She said, oh my god, Smoltz is dead. Whatever am I gonna do? You were Smoltz's boss? Or replacement? Or whatever it is. I don't know why. She just really likes this little place. This little shipment place. Workplace. Moral of the story, if you rob a bank, do not get caught. Yeah, and now not only does he not get to bang her or the lady that worked at the bank, he's now dead, and now someone else is banging probably both of them. That's the moral of the story. The moral of the story is, get up, go to work. She's gonna be there when you get back, especially if you have money. Then you can do more stuff to her, I guess. What? Get it up or get lost. I mean, sounds like he was getting it up a lot with her. Yeah. Yeah. This channel really evolved overnight. Well, evolved, devolved. Not sure. I just wanted to read books because this is where I want to pivot. I want to pivot to movies and books because that's what I do. I write and I film stuff, so you know what? And you know what? I am Canadian, but Watcher of Realms, who knows if we're gonna get it back in the other places, so I'm still gonna make Watcher of Realms content, but since I'm the only one, what a simple Watcher USA band can do. I'm Canadian, I'm fine, I still have access to Watcher of Realms, but you know what? It's fine. It's kind of funny. I feel like either it's going to help because no one else will be able to make content for Watcher of Realms, or it's going to be bad because no one's going to want to play it anymore anyway, so why would they watch content about it? Who knows? I don't know. But what I do know is I can't do video games today because of my eye, so we're reading books. And we're reading, apparently... See what I said, though? Y'all were saying that this one was smutty. Y'all were saying that this... Like... You know what I mean? Like, this isn't smutty. It's got some sensuality in it. The #1 smut writer right here. What's this? That nice girl who came in to change the sheets. There's just so much of stuff happening. There was another one that was really good. Nothing you read so far was smut yet. I read far worse. It's not. Everyone in YouTube, the YouTube chat's like, whoa, that's a lot. But personally, same. This just seems like life. This just feels like stories that you tell that are just about life. I don't know. And an agreement on Tchaikovsky. Might read this one next. Slate is still going. Susie is in Romania. And she's also about done, though. Destin's up there with you. Interesting. I don't know where anybody lives, so I guess it's fine. All doors were open to him. Feels like that was a euphemism or something. Yeah, like that was right at the beginning of that one. He had all the doors open for him, and yet he was manipulated by a woman. So sad. Such a tragic story. Don't know where this came from for like, did he witness something? I don't know. It's very interesting. Okay. Yeah. In my book that I wrote, I got some stuff in it, but the thing is, it's like, people are like, ooh, is it like smut? Is it, nah. I don't really like that term, smut, because obviously if you're writing about life, there's gonna be sex in it for the most part. That's life. So if you're gonna say, oh, you wrote smut, it's like, what, I'm just gonna say that they did it and then we're gonna fade to black? Like, no, I'm a descriptive writer. I'm gonna explain what's going on. But I don't think that it should be like, it's smut. It's like, it's life. Don't you want to kind of see the connection unfold? Don't you want to see like how it happens, why it happens, and where they go after it happens? You need, it like builds a connection between characters or a character or the story if you put it in there within the story of someone's life. Like, it's important. I don't know how else to explain it. The term femme fatale was not created for nothing. It is a very widely used trope. Yeah. Yeah, she kind of was, wasn't she? It's very, very much she was. It's really funny. Let's read this one. Oh, good golly. Do I want to read this one? Tchaikovsky? No. I want to find the other ones that I really like. That I know that I like. I'm trying to go through here. Ooh. This one's short, but I think I liked this one too. Let's see. Possession. An old woman talks to a girl who is drying her long black hair while sitting on a back step. She points her finger and speaks in foreign tongue, and the sun is very beautiful. As the old woman talks and combs the tangled strands, so many moons have gone down before and since. Suddenly, the young girl cries out and shakes her head, and together they go back into the house, where together they will die. But they don't understand it was mine, not theirs. The hair, the long black sun-dried hair, and maybe the girl too. He's very... I think, like, titling it as Possession speaks to the fact that he does see people and the world as objects, pawns, and, you know, things to be had, which normally I don't like, but it's the fact that he's so self-aware about the fact that he thinks that way that I'm okay with it. Because he's straight up being like, yeah, I know. Your ass is mine. Just like good old Liam said, today, they will learn. YouTube. Have you read Ginsberg's Howl? That sounds familiar. I've read something titled, one second, like that. Let me find it. Let me see. What is this? Ooh, Howl for Carl Sullivan. It's a poem written by... I've definitely read this. Yeah, I saw the best minds of my generation destroyed by madness, starving, hysterically naked, dragging themselves through. Yeah, I've read this. Very, very good. Classic. But see, I don't know, like, my issue is I'll read it and then I'll remember and I'll be like, oh yeah, that's really, really good. But my brain takes in so much stuff. Wait, what did that say? What did that say? Oh, William Carlos Williams did an introduction bit. Like, there's a book that's Howl and Other Poems by Allen Ginsberg. And I guess William Carlos Williams did the introduction bit. I wonder what he has to say about it. That's kind of interesting. I like his poetry a lot. Ooh. I might have to read that specific, because I like when other writers do a introduction entry at the beginning. Whatever it might be. It gives it an extra little viewpoint on it. For sure, I like that. I'll have to find his I don't know if it's about specifically about like Ginsberg, but if it's like his idea of the poems that are in there, or if it's his own poetry, who knows? But I like some good old Williams. Where's another one that I can read? Can I find one that is not about boning? Are there any that aren't about bowing? Ooh, let's learn about Crazy Annette. Oh, can I read this one? Actually, I don't know if I can. This seems like it might be a little bit dated. Hold on. I can just like not say certain words. Maybe. Yeah, sure. It's a conversation. It's conversational. Howl was almost censored in the US for obscenity. What? Really? That's nuts. I think of that one as being just important. Dude, US and banning things and censoring everything. Calm down. It's funny, I was on TikTok this morning, and it's just, all that I get is Australians and Canadians, and it's so funny. Too soon. Teehee, I was on TikTok, and none of you guys can be on TikTok, because, haha. No, I'm so sorry. It was actually really sad the last couple days seeing everyone saying goodbye. Like, all of the people that I like that are now not going to be famous anymore, like, what are they going to do? Not all of them gained traction on other platforms or, like, throughout their work. So are they just gone? Like, it's so, so weird to me. But funny. It was just a bunch of Canadians and Canadian stuff, and then I get like the odd Australian comedian pop in, and I'm like, this is such a weird vibe. I don't know what's going on anymore. Okay, I don't really... I'm not gonna read this one. I don't think it aged well. I'm not gonna read it. Maybe this one. What's this? I don't know what this one is. This one's called Peacock or Bell. I'm gonna read it. Is this real life? They lifted the ban, I guess? Did they? I don't know if they did. I just know that, I'm fine because I don't live in America, and they didn't, take it away from us. Teehee. Okay, Peacock or Bell. Let's read this. I am laughing, mouth closed, as I turn the pages of my newspaper. It's like a symphony gone wrong, seeing much to make me doubt, flashing there across the page. It's like a cheap movie gone haywire. My clothing sits in chairs, like the dead emptied out, husks of things, wrinkling the vision. It's colder than hell, yes, but the blankets are thin, and the pulled down shades are as full of holes as love is. I think you've got to be a sportsman, yes. For the sportsman, it's all right. You just crack out the gun and blow the head off of something, perhaps off the maiden sitting in the chair that Grandma sat in. But not having a gun, I go to the phone and phone a woman as old as the chair and Grandma, and she promises to come and charm me. She has a toothbrush but no teeth, and I will probably dance naked for her, my blob of belly a white sack. Each man has his own way out. Mine is doubtful, but has been working well of late, and the music of it sometimes frightens me. But then I wake up, buy a paper, kick a can, pull up the shade, and start again. It's interesting. I guess, you know, alcoholism and prostitutes go together well. Where are we at? I heard they did, but I never had TikTok, but I know I can't play War. Kyle, you can play. Yeah, it's back up. Oh my gosh, TikTok's back already? Wow, that didn't take long, huh? Yeah, Kyle has a VPN. Kyle is now a standard Canadian. Aldemar, hello. We're reading. We're hanging out, being sassy. Boop, boop, boop. Wait, what's this one? Maybe this. What is this one about? I have to do a quick little, like, make sure that it's, not inappropriate. I mean, I can get inappropriate, but it's gotta be, I don't know how to say it. Aged well. Ooh, I'm getting kisses. Thank you. Oh, Valdemar. Thank you for sending emojis. I can't translate your messages on here, unfortunately. So I don't know what you're saying, other than the emojis. Bring all your kids. She's reading nice family value stories. Yeah. We're fine. It's appropriate. It's okay. Yeah, and I think that everybody... It's funny, I think about this kind of stuff, because I have so many books, and I don't think most of them are appropriate. I have a lot of nude books, too. It's art, okay? But anyway, I, like, think about if I ever had kids, or had kids come over, like, friends' kids, and they're like they pull a book off the shelf and they start reading it. Woo! Yikes! That's a problem. Because I was that kid, and my dad had books like that, and I saw and read a lot of stuff when I was like little, like 7, 8. I knew what everything was because of the books. Oh, you're translating it for me. Thank you. Hello, everybody. I appreciate that. Because I can't, it doesn't like do it. It doesn't have my like option to translate it. I can't wait to try poutine. You haven't had poutine before? Oh, I really want poutine now. Thanks for that. Kate is a teacher in the end. In the end of it all, we are actually near the end of the world, I think. So come get taught, learn some things, especially from this guy, because obviously this is a good lesson. And look how you turned out. You turned out well. I turned out inquisitive. I turned out... all I know is that I have known things since I was very, very little. And it's funny because I think back to when I was like 6, even younger than that. And I'm like, yeah, I knew what was going on. You definitely turned out something. Thank you. Christina's just like listening to me reading this and she's like, oh, that's a story. Didn't need to hear that story. I think we can all agree on that. I'm something. I'm something. Also, I made this. It's really hard to do because I don't know where my hand is gonna go. This thing right here, it has all the people that are attached and on my Patreon in the different tiers that they're in, where you can get all my fun goodies. I thought you'd be able to see it on camera, and I feel kind of bad because you can't see it. But thank you for everyone that's on my Patreon. I'll fix that. I'm gonna get a big whiteboard, like a standing one, so that I can like go nuts on it, and then you'll be able to see your names on there. But just to be honest, I have them. I got Alex, Blanky Blank, John, Eddie, Dr. Pandaman, Ryan, and Steven on there. That's Lana Del Rey that I'm pointing at now. There, on this thing. But I'll fix it eventually. It's okay. No, it's fine. You're whimsical. We can see it. We cannot read it. Big difference. Oh no! Yeah, it's a big difference. I'm a mess. But I'm gonna get a big board. A whiteboard that stands up that y'all will be able to read that. You still need to give us a book graphic. Ooh, graphic novel tour. Ooh. I could do that. I think it would make more sense for a video, unless you guys want to see it now. I could do it now. You're gonna just be like, oh, it's just Tank Girl. Ow, my eye. But yeah, I could whip them out. No, I could bring the novels out, the comic books out. Holy, ooh! Shouldn't really be allowed to do what I do every single day, but here I am. Sounds like a great Patreon video idea. Yeah, I think I will. I should definitely do that. Phrasing Kate. I don't think about what comes out of my head, and then See, now I have to be careful because I said something along the lines of that before and it was really bad. I said in my head, right? Yeah. Wow. Yeah, phrasing. Yeah, I'll do a video for that. That'll be cool. Because then I can go through them and really show you guys. No free content for us freeloaders. Thank you, Necrocon. I will make some stuff for sure, and I'll post it. I never had poutine either. Can't tell if it looks disgusting or delicious or both. Patreon? What? Patreon poutine. I don't know. I'll make a video on Patreon while I eat poutine. Poutine mukbang. No, I can't. Poutine is delicious, and it looks disgusting, and it is disgusting, and it is terrible for you. Absolutely. Absolutely terrible. But it is so good that... Okay, where are we at? What's this one? I think this is also about banging, but... Is it? I don't know. It's funny because there's so much that's about sex in here, but he has such like a weird way with it that it's like clearly he was doing something right because it's so many different women, but then also it seems like he also hates it, or maybe he just hates himself. I don't quite know. It's funny though. I'm looking at my Neil Gaiman work a little bit differently. It's a sad day. That's a sad one. Hey, you know what? We can still appreciate some of it, and also what am I saying? The Sandman is a really good book. Poutine looks like something you eat on your way home after a night of drinking. It is. It soaks up everything inside of you. All I hear is Putin. Oh no. No, it's not Putin. Putin is delicious and disgusting at the same time, and so Putin is so bad for you. And now I'm gonna get probably... I'm talking... I need to stop talking. What am I saying? I told you I had people tell me there's no good food in Canada, which is obviously false, but you have TikTok and war. When I visited Canada, the food was good. We got good food. We got good food, and we have TikTok, and we have Watch Your Realms, and we have, I was gonna say snow, but we don't have snow, and I don't think we're gonna get snow this year because of global warming. Okay, let's do this. It's called Yours. Yours. Oh, here. My women of the past keep trying to locate me. I duck into dark closets and pull the overcoats over my head. At the racetrack, I sit in the clubhouse, smoking cigarette after cigarette, watching the horses come out for the post-parade, and looking over my shoulder. I go to bet, and this one's... What? I go to bet, and this one's ass looks like that one's ass used to. I duck away from her. Then... that one's hair might have her... What? Then that one's hair might have her under it. I get the hell out of the clubhouse and go to the grandstand. I don't want a return of the past. I don't want a return of those ladies of my past. I don't want to try again. I don't want to see them again, even in silhouette. I give them all of them, to all the other eager men. They can have those darlings. Those... I think I've had enough Charles Bukowski for today. Those tits, those asses, those thighs, those minds, and their mothers and fathers and sisters and brothers and children and dogs and ex-boyfriends and current boyfriends, they can have them all and fuck them all if they want to. There's more. I was a terrible and jealous lover who mistreated and failed to understand them. And it's best that they are with others now, for that they will be better for them, and that they will be better for me. So when they phone or write or leave messages, I will forward them all to their new fine fellows. I don't deserve what they have, and I want to keep it that way. Wow. That was self-deprecating. I think I'm about done with that. Oh. Yeah, I think I'm Bukowski'd out. What am I reading? This one just reminded me of the horse race game we played in Vegas. Sticking the pennies in, hammered, out of our minds, amongst a bunch of old guys. That was so weird. It was just all really old people playing that horse game. And then us. And I think we were really annoying. It was funny. So much fun. That sounds like a fever dream of his about his exes. Yeah, it was very much swirling, like, go this way. Oh, I see a silhouette, I see a figure, go this way, that one kind of looks like this one, but no, it's this one, look that way, see horse's ass, kind of look like both women at the same time, but horse ass. Ah, I give up. What? Okay. It feels weird saying things when people can't respond immediately, and I just sit here going, on to the next. I have mooses. We have mooses and bears. Oh my. According to Dan versus all Canadians, can turn into bears. Oh, we're all druids, huh? You explained it perfectly. Horse ass like woman that I used to bone. I must leave. Yeah, that's about it. I think that's I'm done with him for today. Let's bring back the women's perspective. Okay, hold on. I'm gonna find another one by her. She's so cute. Look how cute she is. She's adorable. I love her. I like it because she shares a lot of her stuff on Instagram too. Like other poems and stuff. Holy moly. Where is another thing that I can read from her? Oh, I think this one was really good. You have seen enough Baldur's Gate to know what people who turn into bears do in private. I have played enough Baldur's Gate, and I, for one, totally did not do that. I, for one, totally didn't do that and then have that character say, you should explore and, like, bang a bunch of people. Like, you don't need to just be restrained to me. And then my character going, I wanted to be with you, though. Oh, okay. And then she had a mental breakdown and banged the Emperor. That never happened. Totally. And then when everything went bad with the Emperor, she banged Raphael. That never happened. She didn't do that. What? Baldur's Gate? A video game? Weird. That didn't happen. What? I don't know. I think maybe I watched something, maybe. Maybe I just saw it, or like someone else told me their experience with the game, because I did not do that. Yeah, totally not me. I have, wait, due to sorry squirrel got disturbed for life. That's sorry squirrel. My second run through that I was doing, not the one that I'm doing on my Twitch, which once the computer's running better, I'm hoping that it won't be crashy, but my second run through, I'm playing another person. But she kills the squirrel. It's a reoccurring squirrel in the game, and she kicks it to death. Apparently that's an option. I don't think I play this game right. Let's... I heard it from a friend. I heard it from a friend of a friend, not naming names. I'm gonna do $100 round trip to Canada and do that food tour weekend one day so my mind can be at ease. Yeah. Food trucks in Canada, fire food trucks. When you come to Canada, focus. Poutine, beaver tails, what else is even Canadian? Like, that would be so different than America. What do? We got a lot of good burgers, like avocado, beefy, cheesy, like Monterey Jack, thick, juicy boys. Got a lot of those kinds of things here. I don't know what else is like something that men eat. Nanaimo bars. Yeah. Nanaimo bars is another really good one. California rolls are from Vancouver. Yeah. But I feel like California rolls have, taken their course and gone all over the universe. But they're probably better here, maybe. I don't know. Same with Nanaimo bars. I think you can get Nanaimo bars elsewhere, but get them in Canada. Get you a Nanaimo bar and get a little bit of California rolls, and I can't do a French accent. Oh, maple candy? Yeah, maple candy with a bug inside of it. That's Canadian. Well, as someone from across the water, you can be as American as you want. It is still exotic for me. Canada is exotic. Is funny. You probably don't get a lot of crap in your food like we do. No TikTok though. Oh, the TikTok. Yeah, well, like, okay, so your water's better, your air is better, your food is better, and you have TikTok. Oh, dang. Shoot. Canada's where it's at, I guess. We still have quite a bit of crap in our food, though, if I'm being honest. Still a lot of issues there. Ketchup and all dressed chips are great. For a German like me, yeah, very. You're German? Okay, yeah, see, that's exotic for me, so I guess vice versa. Okay, this one's called Duck by Joyce Sullivan. And I'm going to read this one because I need to get all of the sucking and whatever rhymes with that out of my head. Moose jerky. Moose jerky. Niagara Falls are also a sight to behold. Yeah. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. We love it. I just tripped myself out. I thought that I have the photo behind me of Twin Peaks room, and it looked like the curtain moved. And I was like, but it's a picture, so can't move. Okay. This one's called Duck. When you were little, you had a tiny glass mallard named Love. You carried it in a soft fist. Once, the duck slipped and fell, but it didn't break. This made you believe in the impossible. Later, you would throw love against the wall. You were young and touching power. When the neck cracked off, you pulled love's pieces beneath your tongue and tasted grief. That was the year you learned anything can break. A glass duck, a young tooth, a human heart. I really like that one a lot. That was one of my favorites. I'm happy that I found it to read. I could read it again if you need more time to digest it. But it's beautiful. I think that one is just... I really like how she just sees things in this world. That one I could read almost every day and remember things and feel some things. I'm gonna hold that page down to remember. Is that page 92? Certain things, you know, when you read them, they're almost like, it's almost like a religious thing. I have certain books that I can just open and read bits from it and just feel alive again and feel awakened. So it's nice to have them kind of noted so that if I'm ever feeling in a certain aspect a bit lost, I can go back to it. Portland has over 500 food trucks. I'm going to find a Canadian one if I survive the drive. Good luck on that drive. That's brutal. Super scary. And I don't know if it, I mean, honestly, Oregon's right there. I live so close to Oregon, so maybe there would be a Canadian one. I don't know. That would make sense. Getting such deep reflections of people. Getting such deep reflections of how people think are rare and beautiful. Exactly. I agree. And she does a really interesting job at doing it. And I want to showcase it a little bit too. I find this one's just... Oh. Excuse me, I'm tired and I make many crazy mistakes. What? You're good. I didn't see anything wrong with that, what you typed. But I could read it again. I'm going to read it again because I really like this one. And I want people to digest it. Because it's easier to digest when you see the words and I understand that. So I think it's better for me to just read it again. And then I want to find there's one other one that really hit me. That made me cry when I read it. And I want to find that one. I'm going to make you guys cry. Because I want to make you guys cry. Because I'm a nice person. But I'm going to read Duck one more time. When you were little, you had a tiny glass mallard named Love. I got like dry mouth. When you were little, you had a tiny glass mallard named Love. You carried it in a soft fist. Once, the duck slipped and fell, but didn't break. This made you believe in the impossible. Later, you would throw love against the wall. You were young and touching power. When the neck cracked off, you put love's pieces beneath your tongue and tasted grief. That was the year you learned anything can break. A glass duck, a young tooth, a human heart. Yeah, I really like that one. I need to find one other one that really spoke to me. Might take me a minute to find it. I watched a David Lynch video about writing everything down you think is important, or you'll be mad later. Earlier, you're channeling him today. Yeah, I am always channeling David Lynch. Hydrate, redeem. I know I need to get some water in me. Yeah, it is. And that's what I think about with writing, is that if I get a thought in my head, I have to write it down. and then I go back and I look, and it might not be perfect, and it might not be exactly what I wanted to explain or showcase, but now that thought is there and it can never go away, and I won't forget it, and then I can elaborate on that thought later. I have so much in my notes apps because I'll just be walking around or like working or doing whatever, and I'll go, a thought, or like a couple words, or like a sentence or an idea, and I write it down, and it's never not important. And if you don't ever use it, you've created it and it can't go away. That was so deep. I love turtles. I love turtles too. Oh God. I need to find... There's a few really, really good ones in here. I mean, they're all really good. I've read the whole thing, but a few I'm reminded of. Wow, this is cute. I didn't really know what this looked like because I was trying to just... Okay. Oh. Was this one of them? I liked this one. This one was really good. I'm gonna read this one, but there's one other one. Well, I like turtles. David Lynch is in me. I went on a little bit of a thing about how I love that David Lynch is in me. Every day I let David no. But yeah, it sounded really bad, okay? Thanks for bringing it up, Kyle. This is why I can't talk, and I need to think about what I say before I say that. Okay, anyway, let's read another one, and I'm not going to be live for too much longer because I have some stuff to do, and my eye is on still fire because I'm still looking at some screens to read chats and whatnot. And anyway, I'm going to read a couple more and talk a little bit more, and then we'll be off for business. Off of business. Off to business? The I Like Turtles kid is from Portland. Oh. I like that. Everything you say can and will be used against you. Dun dun bum bum ba bow wow wow bum bum down 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 down. Maybe I'll get lucky today. She loved glass mallards, not the same, but almost. That's what I thought you were referring to. Was the turtle was I was like, it was ducks, not turtles, but you know what? Vibes. But you were connecting everybody together in a little orchestral cosmic gumbo. This one's called Was It Always Like This? The way we pay attention now. A fat red tomato asleep in the garden. The neighbor boy offering me his last stick of gum. Wine straight from the bottle. Grief that shelters in our throats. Showering, a ritual unto itself. Bird calls that nibble us awake. The altar of our palms. Shielding strangers with space. Dancing when we'd rather sleep. Sunshine so bright it Sunshine so bright it invents the word. Loving this bad. Sunshine so bright it invents the lost word between holiness and magic. The way we wash the vegetables these days, so carefully, as if cradling a child. See, this, in my opinion, is the way you should talk about COVID. Can I say that now? I don't know. Eric followed me. Thank you. On Twitch. Thank you. A lot of her poetry, because she wrote a lot of it during, like, you know, the the pandemic. And this one is definitely about the pandemic, which because she has a couple other ones that she specifically says that she's like that's what it's about. She specifies, but this one is about that, I can tell. But I love that. Was it always like this, question mark? Shielding strangers with space. Washing these vegetables so carefully. It's just kind of like beautiful to think about the separation that we all had to go through during the pandemic. Like, there was we're so different now after that, and it didn't have to go that way. Like we could have just obeyed for 2 weeks and would have been a lot better, but hey, that's just where we're at. I know that there is, a few of these in a row are about that time, about 2020. Like this one is specifically about that. We didn't know how good we had it. No, we didn't. No, we didn't. That one could be good. I'm trying to find this really sweet one that she wrote about her grandmother, I think. I liked it. Oh, she's... Aw, Joan Didion died, and I booked a trip to see the redwoods. That's a fair point. Ugh. Why are all the people that I like gone? Thanks for reminding me. I mean, obviously Joan Didion's dead. It's been a bit, but like all the people that I like and that were influential to me are gone. What are you guys talking about in the chat so I can distract myself? I was stuck in the factory working my butt off while my bosses took a 3-month vacation with full pay. Himself a bonus on top of that. I didn't have it good. Woo, that's bad. That is pretty bad. Yeah, that's fair. That's pretty bad. Okay, I want to find the one where she talks about her... It made me cry. I want to find the one that made me cry. Let me cry. Is it this one? Do, 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 do. No, it's not there. Where is it? Nope. I want to be able to find it, but who knows if I will. At the beginning of her book, she writes a lot about the people in her life. So she has ones that are for like friends, family, sisters, mother, people. And it has a lot to do with her as a little kid growing up. Is it this one? Rapture. I don't think so. This one? Nope. I must find it, and then I will dog ear it so that I won't ever lose it again. They're all really, really good though. I just, I'm so wanting to find this one. When I was 14, my mother took me to pick out a purity ring. She was raised very, like, strictly religious. Like, really, really bad. So it's quite interesting, her upbringing. Oh, where are you? It's gonna take me a while and everybody's gonna leave because I'm ignoring everybody and I feel bad, but I don't know where it is. I must find this one. Wow, I don't think I'm gonna find it. Woo! What are we talking about? I know that feeling of everybody being gone. Flames to dust, lovers to friends. Why do all things come to an end? Flames to dust, lovers to friends. Hey, Canadian. Literally born on the island that I was born on. Nelly Furtado. Big slay. I don't know if you did that on purpose or not, but that was funny. I worked in a grocery store. It was hell. Ooh, yeah, you said that. A grocery store during that time of the world? Hoo-hoo! But that was then. New year, new opportunities. Hell yeah, Zipiter. The CEO got a 20 million bonus and I got paid an extra $3 for 2 weeks. Why is that just so real? I saw this really bad video where it was like how much the owner and how much the worker is being paid as you watch the video. Like it's going up within the seconds. And it was like a 2-minute conversation and the worker made like 35 cents or something. And then the like CEO person was making like thousands. It's so funny. We love it. No worries, Chad. I got you company until she finds it. I love that you get all the lyrics. I have so much in my brain all the time that, yes, unfortunately, there's so much in my brain. Oh, there's so many really good ones, but I'm so invested that I want to find this one specific one. But I don't know if I'm going to, so I might just read some other ones. Because it's definitely not within the religious stuff. Hold on. Give me something, please. I don't think... That's okay. We'll read other ones. I'm not concerned. I will find it eventually. Why? Oh, is this one good? Hold on. No. I mean, it is good, but it's not what I wanted. I worked as an Amazon driver in Christmas 2020. Blacked out some days. It was so busy and I had no idea how I did it all. Hold on. Is this who I think it is? It is! You got... I was like, I know this story. I know who's talking right now. I just didn't know that that's what your YouTube was. Hi, Ryan. Companies tried to beat COVID numbers now too, which will never happen. Maybe the price of things they... Yeah. There's nothing, we've hit a point where it's just gonna stay the same. I read that and I was like, I know this Amazon driver story. Hey, I'm reading books. It's right up your alley. I'm trying to find it though. I'm getting annoyed that I can't find the specific poem. Sneaky Ryan, trying to get in unnoticed. Sneaky. Your name's up on the board back there. But no one can see it. Where are we? I need to find this thing. No. I'm getting so frustrated that I can't find this one story that she told that made me cry. This one was kind of sad. Some of them some of them are better if you've read the entirety of this because it goes over lots of, like it kind of tells a story along the way with the poems, but some of them are really good standalones, and I'm trying to find the good standalones, and I'm not doing a good job. I should have been prepared. I heard you say that you did earlier. Thank you for the shout out. No problem. It's just kind of pathetic because you can't see it. Okay. Well, since we're talking about this kind of right now in the chat, we'll read this one because it's good and it is about what we were talking about. When my friend is low, we walk by the river. It's somehow still a pandemic and we have nowhere to put our rage. My friend tells me how he has begun to imagine the finishing touches of his life. He counts the things he's lost. As he talks, I imagine tethering a silver thread from his body to mine. It's dusk. The geese are all headed home. Our two bright shadows grow longer. Grief is a clump of dark feathers in the grass. The sky runs purple and petals out. We look around. It's almost cruel, he laughs. After everything, how the world still insists on being beautiful. And that's what we have to remember. That even when you're all around, a bunch of terrible things and awful things are happening, that the earth itself and the things that you can find, there's still beauty there. Even if you have to kind of reach for it in a, I'm not gonna say in a bad way, like push away the bad, you still have to sit in the ugly, but there's good stuff there to grab onto. Come on, where is it? I feel like, I'm so upset that I can't find this one. There's actually a couple that I'm looking for that I really like. Oh, I like this one. This one's really good for women. Women in the chat? Okay. I took my body out to dinner. I really like this one a lot. I took my body out to dinner. I opened the door for her, draped the linen napkin across her lap, fed her sautéed mushrooms licked with lemon, bought her a second glass of wine. Darling, you look lovely tonight. When it was time for home, I said I'd like to take her out again. The rain came and I covered her head. In the bedroom mirror, I asked forgiveness for letting men love her when I could not. Patted the ripe pillows of her thighs, her ostentatious ass, marveled at the good dip of her belly, softness of her breast, sweet wizardry of her feet. I stood in awe of her beautiful bones. I begged her to not leave me. Yeah, I really like that one. I'm gonna fold that one as well. That one's really good. Yes, books. Started going deep. I feel tricked. I was expecting more smut. I demand smut. Where's time waits for nobody. Exactly. You just have to do your dues. Do what makes you passionate if you're able to. Sleep a little less to do what you love, which is what I've been doing, which is probably why my eye's gonna fall out, because I've been staying up so late writing. Beautiful. Yeah, I really love that one. There's a few of her poems that I would love to hang up on my wall as just like a... because they're just beautiful. I don't know. I like them. But I hate that she literally... she references so many things that I love. Slams fist. Bring back the banging. Okay. Do 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 do. I also like how she speaks of people. It's interesting. Like this one, like She still keeps a relationship with everybody, even her, like, exes, which is wild. Feet, though? Yeah, I guess there was some feet conversation in that last one. No more banging! Smut gavel pounds the podium. Give me smut. The whole audience comes out with pitchforks and fire, and they have masks on, and they're in their big leather armored clad. What? I clearly don't read medieval. I don't read medieval stuff. Anyway, I've seen Shrek. They come out and they're ready, and they're demanding, give me smut, read some smut, give me smut, and I'm gonna get staked to death. Smut City, ooh, Smut City. I think it's funny because all the books that I own have stuff in them, but it's like the most awkward. Like, it's not just like, and then it's like this thing, and they have sex, and like all the Charles Bukowski stuff was like, just ugh. I don't like it when it's just like, look at how amazing everything is always. You can put amazing smut into a book, but you gotta warp it a little bit at some point, because things aren't just always perfect and beautiful. Like this one's called Sad Lovers. I'm not gonna read that. I'm not gonna read it. Oh, if I wish I could find what I wanted to find. Okay, I swear to God. It has to be in here somewhere. Motorcycle. Get out of my library. Okay, this one could be good, I think. This one was a good one. They're all good. I can read any of them and I'd be happy, but what are we doing? Who knew I'd be here fighting for wholesome? What have I become? You're enjoying Joy Sullivan's book more than Bukowski. Ham on Rye, good book. Hell yeah. Absolutely. Shrek is Life, the ultimate smut. Shrek is the horniest DreamWorks show for sure. This flu has made me weak. Yeah, you have to get your energy back up. Read more smut. Read more smut. Hello, ghost of Saka, I think it says. I can't read because I'm gonna lose my eyeball soon. Let's not do that. Yeah, let's read this one though. I think. Ingratitude. Thank you, brine of ocean, tide that kept me restless. Thank you, sharp edge of night, hot hands, smoke rage, capsized schooner. Thank you, seagulls and sarcophagus, blood in sand. Thank you, stranger, and the solace of your palms. Thank you, road and detour, bruise and lipstick. Thank you, fire that would not start. Thank you, ash dream and wet socks. Thank you, wilderness wave. Whatever pitted me beneath the tide, thank you. Brought me to the brink, thank you. Thank you, God, by whatever name that would not let me down. Thank you, God, by whatever name that would not let me drown, is what it says, not down. But still, not letting you down. But this was about drowning, so I flubbed that last word. But hey, we're fine. We got through it. Off to Portland journey. Wish you luck. Kyle, you are a strong soldier. You will make it. You'll make the drive. You'll get through. You'll be okay, and things will be great. Think of all the food trucks that are waiting for you there. The drive will be easy peasy when you have the sweet idea of poutine in your mind. I don't know. But for real, I wish you luck because I know you're worried about that drive. Okay, I think I'm done. Where is the story that I wanted to read? Maybe it is one of the ones at the very beginning that I missed. Do 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 do. Okay, realize you're homesick is the first chapter. It's not that one. I swear, why is this so difficult? It's like it disappeared. I'm vibing in a parking lot. Nice! This is kind of a good inside your car stream. I just read random things to everybody and hope that one of them sticks out to you in a way that you're like, okay, you know what, my day's set up now. I feel better. Life feels good. You haven't experienced the Morrison Road? No. Morrison Bridge, sorry. No, I have never, as silly as it is, Oregon's close to me, but I've never been to Oregon. Why is the dragon wearing lipstick in Shrek, though? Was she expecting the donkey to show up? Dragon's just like, ooh, someone's gonna come and save me. Because she's kind of like the princess in the tower. Someone has to save her too, it's only fair. These are the onion layers of Shrek, as arguably the finest piece of Western literature we need to examine for the culture. Yes, Shrek. Shrek is love, Shrek is life. Shrek, the ultimate smut. I'm not in a car, I'm on my bike. Still chill. Still very chill. And it's beautiful. I don't know about where you are, but it's gorgeous here. It's been so sunny. More smut! Okay, I want to find the one about her grandpa, or grandma, or something. Why? Okay, I'm gonna read this one. It's not, I think this is the last one that I'm gonna read. Smut with grandma. No. Well, peace. I gave you all the ideas. You know what to do. Thank you, Kyle. Facts. Oh. I'm waiting for my book order to be ready. Ooh. What's on your book order? Canadians have some of the best comics for some reason. Oh, Kids in the Hall. Surreal weirdos. Tom Green. Sorry, I thought you meant comic books. Yeah, we have such a weird sense of humor. It's very weird. We have some of the best people. So, sorry. Can't breathe. I can't breathe. I got 2 series called Kings of Sin and the Twisted series. Cool. I don't know. This is the issue though. I might know it. I'm so sorry. This is what living a life of whatever my life is and how it is. And that is it on how it is. Aren't you guys so excited to read what I write because I'm so well spoken? Whew, okay, let's read this one. It's called Buttercream. Buttercream. I was raised in a house that believed in the end of times. By age 3, I was convinced Jesus would return before my 4th birthday, and I wouldn't get my golden-haired Barbie and the chocolate cake with tufts of buttercream. I bargained with God. I will be good. I will not free the corn parrot from her cage. I will not wake my mother during siesta. Delay your coming, Lord, just until after the party. Heaven can't be as sweet as buttercream. I grew up, and the rapture never came. I shed God, or at least tried, but I still found myself bargaining through the years. Let me just have my first kiss. Let me just get into grad school. Let me just meet the love of my life. Let me just see the ocean again. These days, I don't fear God's return in a cloud of smoke and fire. I don't pray, but when the love for this world gets too big and achy inside me, I still catch myself begging. Give us our kisses, our fingers in the dirt, our sweat and our sweetness. Give us time, please. Just a little longer in these bones. I like that one a lot. I think that that's a good one to end with. I think that that was really good. Kings of Sin and the Twisted series are smut. Nice. We are always here for the smut. But I'm also... I love poetry so much. I think that I'm about almost done. It's been almost 4 hours, I think, which is longer than I was expecting to do. But I had fun. I don't know if y'all liked it or not, but I had fun. What are we looking at here? Free the cornhole. Yeah. I love Canada for all the funny stuff we have. It's in the Hall's Fire. We got like, you know, we got a lot of people. Feels weird. Like I start thinking about it and I'm like, yeah, we have so many really funny people. A lot of them have passed on, but we were pretty lucky. Yeah, so I think I need to go drink some water, find out what I want to be doing in general. But yeah, I wanted to ask you guys if you thought it would be fun to do this kind of thing more little discussions on books. I thought maybe I could create a community where I could do a weekly book discussion where we read books together, like a book club. I thought if I could make a book club on here, because that would be fun, I thought. And then instead of me just reading random things, we could go through actual books together and talk about it. That could be fun, like a weekly thing. I also want to like get into other discussions on other work. Also, I would like to write with you guys, because that could be fun. Do some write with me. It's healing. And then you can kind of see my process with how I do things. Because I like to do it in a very interesting way, and I think it might be fun for people to view how I write, especially poetry. Poetry is an interesting process. I think it could be fun. Could be cool, could be chill. But yeah, I think I'm about done. I'm pretty tired. My eye is about to set itself on fire, crumple up into a little ball, turn into a marble from how hot the heat is, and then dry out, roll out, and then roll back in, and I'll have a marble eye eventually. because something's wrong with it and it hurts so bad. But maybe I'm dehydrated. Maybe it's just dry eye. But it does feel like it's gonna pop out of my skull. So I'm gonna get going pretty quick here. Wait, I'm gonna read the last bit of the chats and then I'm gonna be done. Okay, it's still okay. Yeah. Ghost Saka. Enjoy your smut. So excited for your smut. Love you too. I will talk to you later. Yes, we will talk later. Also, I'm saying I love you to my best friend, so don't get weird. I'm not gonna say that to everybody. What else do we got in the chat? Drink some pure water from pristine Canadian lakes. Well, pirate is a cool look. Yeah, I could be a pretty cool pirate, I think. Oh, also, I love you too, to Serena. I have Christina and Serena, two of my besties, in both the chats, so it's kind of funny because it's like hee hee. But yeah, it's pretty weird because I only say it to certain people. What are we looking at? Is that Rachmaninoff in the background? I had a bunch of old stuff playing. What's playing right now? Hold on. Does it tell me what it's on? It's like a mix of like Mozart and Bach and all the guys. I don't know who's playing right now though. I can't hear it. I just wanted music to play in the background as I talked. I'd love to write with you too, and the readings are fun too. Yes. Honestly, we can figure it out, and you should get on one of my live streams. I think we can do it over Twitch at least. Like we can hook a live stream up over Twitch. Let's do that. And yeah, thank you guys for watching. I really appreciate it. And thanks for being here, even though it was kind of more of like a chill vibe, because that's just where we're at. So I really appreciate you guys stopping by, hanging out, reading, chatting, talking about all the different things with me. Super duper appreciate it. Rachmaninoff, I think I drank that in high school. Okay, guys, thank you so much. I will see you guys on, I think, Wednesday, maybe. I'll see you guys for another stream. Thanks for the awesome stream. Thank you for joining. I so appreciate it. It's genius music. Listen to his work. I will. I feel like I have probably. But I'll check it out for sure. I'll put some on. It helps me think. So anyway, thank you so much. I'm Kate Rebel, and I will see you guys next time.